Good morning, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. You are going to want to see this one. I'm going to be starting some new seeds. Some of them are for companion planting, and one of them is peppers, which I know it's late for peppers, but I love pepperoncinis. My husband and I were talking about it the other day, and I said, I need to look up and see if they sell pepperoncini seeds, and voila, they do. So today's the day. We're going to go ahead and get these seedlings started. You gonna follow me? Let's do it. So these are the seeds I'm going to be using. This one is the pepperoncini. I actually got it from Baker Creek. You can probably get them other places. It just happens to be one of my go-tos. And then we have the rest of these are companion planting for Pest Pressure. Okay. I will put a link in the description from the gentleman that of the video that I watched. My sister sent it to me. We do that with each other. We'll come across somebody else's YouTube video and we'll learn something from it and we share it with each other. We don't both do the same thing, but oftentimes we'll see something that we both really could use. So we share it. That's what this is all about, right? This journey will help the Clifford's house, that homestead that gets built for young adults with mental health challenges. So this is just the journey that I'm sharing with you as I go. This is documenting what I have done, what I've learned from. I can always look back. I can use it for curriculum, whatever the case may be. So make sure you share it with your friends. Do us a favor. We are a nonprofit. The Backyard Homesteader is not a nonprofit. Clifford's House, Cliff Story, that is a nonprofit. I'll put the link in the description for that as well, just so you can see what that's all about. Okay, so on to these companion plants that you want to put in your garden that will attract the bad bugs. Now, I will put some video and some photos of some volunteers. Actually, they're not volunteers, they're kale from the fall season that are still alive, and you know, until they die, I pretty much use them for those white flies. They will land on that kale. The little green caterpillars will eat up the leaves and stay off of my tomato plants. But I'm starting to see that there's a little bit of pest pressure on my tomatoes. So it's time to not only utilize these seeds for the upcoming season, summer season, my crop, but also we're going to put some radishes in with my tomatoes today. So stick around. Here we go. So this is a Perodovic sunflower, and this is supposed to really attract the pests that we don't want on our food. And then this is a blue Hubbard squash. Is that thing ugly? And then mustard greens. Go figure. So you can use these, you can eat them, or just let the bugs eat them, and they'll stay away from your crops. So let's check it out. We're gonna get it started today. We're gonna get these seedlings started. It'll take a few weeks before they're ready to go in the garden, but let's check it out. Let's try it. Let's see how it goes. All right, so to get started, I have been using this Jiffy Natural and Organic seed starting mix. I get it at Walmart. It's fairly inexpensive. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it really makes a huge difference. My seeds usually germinate within like 3 days. It's crazy. Now, the pepper seeds, they'll take a little longer, but they still were much faster with anything else I've used to start seeds. Like every one of you, I'm sure at one time, I used the wrong soil to get starts done. You learn as you go. So I recommend this one. You can get it at Walmart. Yeah, so let's get going. First thing you want to do is get your soil damp. You don't want it wringing wet, but you need it damp so that your seedlings get a great start. All right, so this is my little bucket I'm going to mix it in. But this is nice and fluffy, and so they're able to have the room to sprout better. So there's not much left in here, so I'm just going to use it all. I'm doing only 4 of these, so 1 for each type that I'm planting. So let's see how it goes. Now, if the pepperoncinis do well, I will plant a lot more next year. And that's just how it goes. You try something you really like, and then you get to use more or plant more the next year. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some water in here and then just mix it up by hand. Ritzy. Put some water in there. Ritzy. And then we're just gonna mix it up with our hands here. Mix, mix, mix. Ritzy! She's our little guard dog. Oh my goodness. There's a story behind that. When her and her brother were little puppies, we had neighbors in that apartment building behind us that were very mean to them, and so they don't like them at all. Alright, so I think this is perfect. So what you want, and hopefully you can see this, what you want is you want to be able to go like this and it hold together, but not be wringing wet. And actually, it probably could use just a little bit more, but I don't want to make it too wet, so I'm just gonna leave it be because we'll water it from the bottom and it'll still get better. I like these to grow with. These are from Modern Grower. My sister shared these with me, and what I like about them is you see these slats, these bottoms you can push them out really easy when it's time to repot. But these little slats on the edge allow the roots to grow out, so you don't ever get any, they don't get root bound. So it's really awesome. All right, so we're just gonna fill these up. Hopefully I have enough to do all these. If not, we'll just improvise. So I'm going to lightly put it in first. We will compact it a little bit when we pot the seeds, plant the seeds, sow the seeds. But for now, I'm just gonna lightly put it in here. There we go. This is gonna be pretty perfect, actually. So, Ritzy. I think she's chasing cats this morning. So funny, you know. You would think that if a cat got in our yard that she might eat them alive, but we once had that happen. Both her and her brother, they were a bit younger, but somebody threw from the back, people, not the people that live here now, we love our neighbors now, but they threw kittens over the fence. How mean is that? So I was scared to death they were going to eat those kittens, but they didn't. The kittens were fighting with them and clawing at them, and yeah, neither one of my dogs knew what to do, and they just like ran from them. Hilarious. Okay, so we've got our pots ready. Now we're going to put in our seeds, and I like to get it pretty even. The peppers, you're just gonna barely press it on top, and then throw some soil over the top. So let's do the pepperoncinis first. Yes, my hands are filthy, but I don't want to get them wet. Not yet. I still need to get dirty a little more. Try not to get dirt in there. I don't know if that bothers it or not. Put some comments down there if you've had that happen, because I always have dirty hands. Okay, so there are 4 slots here. I'm going to put 2 seeds in each spot. I really want these peppers to germinate. Peppers are tough. I'll admit it. Peppers are tough. And I'm just barely pressing it in, guys, and then I'll just throw just a little bit of soil over the top to cover it. I want them to have room to sprout. Ooh, wouldn't that be awesome if they all germinated? I don't know. Sometimes they just don't, guys. All right, so we'll move on. And I'm going to put 2 seeds in every slot. This is our sunflowers. So funny. So, you know, you just got to test things out, because everybody has their way, their opinion. And sometimes it just doesn't matter. So you do you. Don't worry about what others say. Test it out for yourself. You know, everybody's climate, everybody's conditions are different. So you never know. Okay, so here's what I better do. I'm just going to set these right here until I mark them. Okay, squash. This is like the magical hour. It is. I love my mornings out here in the garden. Okay. And then finally, mustard seeds. I have a feeling these mustard seeds if I remember correctly, years ago, we used to have mustard seeds in necklaces. I think they were like good luck or something. You guys remember? Put it down in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Or am I just that old? I know I'm that old, but be kind. Whoa, these are tiny. Okay, so we'll probably have some extra mustard greens, which is fine. Greens are great. You can juice those and get some really healthiness going on. Okay, so this is gonna be tough. I'm not even gonna be able to see them, so I'm just gonna drop some on there, and then we'll put some soil over the top. It'll all work out. Goodness, come on. There we go. All right. So now you want to make sure you mark them. I have the hardest trouble in being consistent with marking my stuff. Like I'll mark one, and then when I go to up pot them, I don't mark them, and then they're in trays and they get mixed up. But hey, they're plants, they're seedlings, they work. They grow. Imagine that, whether I label them or not. All right, so I use this pen that my sister got me, and it doesn't fade, because that's the other problem. Okay. So this is Permanent Garden. I will see if I can't find a link for this, because it works great. We have really hot summers, and the sun will just fade a regular old permanent marker Sharpie. Okay, so this is peppercini. Pepper on. Okay, so it isn't pretty. As long as I know what it is, that's all that matters. So, Peretovic, sunflower. This will be a fun project on these plants to see how they do with the pest pressure. Can't wait to share that with you guys. Okay. And again, this is all preparation for Clifford's house. We're gonna have an amazing homestead. All these young adults. We actually will have an animal rescue as well. So it'll all work together. It'll be the true homestead. This is the backyard homesteader, but see, as Jess Soward would say, I'm turning my waiting room into my classroom. And it's so true. You know, oftentimes we ask, you know, we want, and yet, what would you do if you actually got what you wanted? Are you really ready for it? There's always preparation that can be done while you're waiting. Always, no matter what that goal is. So get ready. Mustard greens. And let's just go through. So the peppers, they're barely on top. I pressed it just a little bit, and I'm just gonna put just a little bit of soil over the top. Not a lot. Just covering up that pepper seed. And then just pressing down just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. And then the sunflowers, they're dark, so I can't really see them, but I know they're there. We'll just put a little bit over the top of those. Just a little bit, you don't need a lot. And that's a little clump. I don't want that because that might keep it from coming out or deform it when it starts germinating. Have you ever had deformed plant seeds when they're germinating? Quite interesting. Sometimes they grow okay and sometimes not. Okay, so here we go. These squash seeds, you can totally see. They look like pumpkin seeds, guys. They totally look like pumpkin seeds. We're just covering them up just a little bit. This is fluffy soil, spotting soil. It's nice and fluffy, which gives them plenty of room to germinate, spread out. Okay, now this, remember, this is the mustard. I'm just going to press it down just a little bit because I'm going to put a little more soil back in this one because I can't see them. They're little tiny little boogers. So, okay, we're good to go. Now, because they're damp, we're not going to water on the top. You know, we don't want to disturb the seeds and move them around. So I'm just going to put in a tag here so I know what they are. And then we're going to fill this tray, the bottom of this tray, we're going to bottom water, which is really perfect for your starts, actually for your plants in general. You want to make sure you don't incorporate any disease or fungus, bacteria, what have you. Okay, so now we're just gonna fill this up with water. This bottom tray. Actually, I'm not gonna do that right now because this is going in the house and I'm gonna put it, you don't need a grow light in the beginning. You only need it once the seeds start coming out, okay? It's a myth. I used to put it on there. You can do it if you need heat, but we're gonna put a cover on it so that it gets that little greenhouse effect and gives these seeds the best chance to sprout. Okay, I wanna show you real quick some onions. I wanted to grow some onions and I'm gonna show you just a couple of things. Hang on. I gotta hurry up before this thing gets too hot and turns itself off. It does that, it's so crazy. Okay, so just so I wanna show you these. So this is my onions, and these onions actually came from an onion that was in the kitchen that had started sprouting. And I Googled it. Well, I searched it on YouTube and learned how to take that onion from my kitchen and separate it and plant them. So these are all free. I didn't even pay for these guys. I can't wait to see them come out. Okay, this is my garlic that's ending. It's going to be a bumpy ride here. These pebbles are hard to walk on. So this is the red onions that I started from seed. And next I'll be up potting these actually into this bucket right here. I cannot wait to see these grow. But I just wanted to share, that's yet another way that you can grow something and start seeds. I actually started them outside. These were not indoors at all. But it's not ideal. It's in one of those flats. It doesn't drain. So it is now time to get these in this container. I was trying to wait for the garlic to be done. And it's almost there. Look at that garlic. Actually, it's probably right about time. So maybe I will... Wait, hang on just a second. Let me get to it. Okay, so let me see if I can get... Oh, and check this out, guys. I gotta show this. Look at what's coming. Isn't she beautiful? There's the little sunflower that I potted yesterday. And there's its little companion down there. Because the artichoke is done. Here we go. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing me start these seedlings. I can't wait to share with you how that works with the pest pressure. I can't wait for a future video on pepperoncinis. If those peppers come out and we harvest a bunch, then we will pickle them. Ferment them, I guess is what they actually say. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Do me a favor. You know that this channel will be supporting Clifford's house. So get the word, help me get the word out. Share this video, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can watch the video when I first upload it. I have a mission. I'm building up my footage right now, and then my goal is to record every single day so that I can upload a new video every day for 90 days. If you will help me grow this channel, it would mean the world to me and Clifford's house. This is your backyard homesteader and queen of the 5-gallon bucket, Priscilla, saying, see you next time. Bye now.